Nini everyone, welcome back to lesson 6. This is part 2. Last time we left off with the Chaldean system of planetary hours. Chaldean, something like that. I'll leave the word down below. You can read about it yourself. I believe it comes from the Key of Solomon. Solomon's magical tome, whatever it was. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to timing using an analog clock. Timing using a clock, okay? So I do have this little drawing right here, and you can see the arrows, it's over there, moving around in a clockwise direction. So when both hands are rising on the clock, like between 6:30 and 7, 7:30 and 8, both hands are going up and around, that is a good time to do attraction work. When both hands are falling, like between 12 and 12:30, 1 and 1:30, both hands are going down. So that would be a good time to do banishing work. Now you want to avoid conflicting energy when one hand is rising and one hand is falling. That'd be the time to be like 6 and 6:30, 7 and 7:30, so on and so forth. So that is timing using a clock. That is just for simple attraction and simple banishment type energies, okay? Now, we're going to move on to timing using the moon, and that's this lovely drawing that I've got right here. It took me a long time to do that. So the moon, timing with hoodoo in the moon, it follows the idea of when the moon's getting bigger, when it's waning, when it's waxing, that'd be a good time for attraction work. When it's waning, when it's getting smaller and going towards a dark moon, that's a good time for banishment work. Now, the Egyptians themselves had a lunar calendar. They had several gods associated with the moon, including Tehuti and Horu. Horu's right eye was the sun, his left eye is the moon, which is kind of funny because we also have those associations in things like Wicca, whereas left is feminine and associated with the moon, and right is masculine and associated with the sun. So anyway, Horu's eye was plucked out by his uncle Set when they were feuding, and it was restored by Tehuti. So when it's waning, when it's getting smaller, bad stuff. When it's waxing, when it's getting bigger, good stuff. And that just seems to be kind of a universal concept with people for some reason. Maybe because, that was the only light that they had. When it went away, it was scary time, I don't know. That's just, whatever. Moving on. So the darker the moon, when there's no moon out at all, it's a powerful, destructive, magical energy. You can use curses, banishing, enemy work, whatever. Go away, fly! So waxing crescent is constructive magic, beginning, self-improvement, inspiration. The first quarter is attraction, bringing things to you. Waxing gibbous is renewing power, reeling in spells that you've previously laid down, so you're kind of like finishing up or doing a second batch or something like that. Full moon is all-purpose, extra power, major boost of energy. The waning gibbous is repel work, banishing, cleansing, closure, introspection. So if you were doing a magical bath, you would do it on the waning gibbous to be rid of negativity. Just an idea. You don't have to wait for the full moon for everything, goddammit. The last quarter is road opening, transitioning, so you're kind of removing blockages and whatnot. And then the waning crescent is a strong banishing and endings and what have you. That's my dog Prue. So now we're going to talk about the moon as it travels through the zodiac houses. So it's believed that when the moon enters the different zodiac houses, different energies are active. If the full moon enters Aries, hexing and other warlike magic is perfect. Okay, that's the best time to do it. If, say, the waxing crescent, however, enters Virgo, then now would be a good time to go and look for a job. So let me explain that to you. Full moon, which we just talked about, is extra power. It's a major boost. It's all purpose. And Aries energy is war energy, so it's a major war energy. Or that's how you can apply it anyway. The waxing crescent, we'll go up here, we'll look at the waxing crescent, is constructive, beginnings, self-improvement, inspiration. Virgo is associated with love and money. So, new beginnings, new money, new job. You see the connection I've made here? Okay. So, moving on. Now, given that the moon does travel between these different zodiac houses as it moves through the horizon, it goes through the spaces in between as well. And this is known as void of course. That's void dash of dash course. And it's believed that no magic should be done at this time because the energies are a little turbulent. Again, if it's an emergency kind of spell work, and yes, that does exist, emergency spell work does exist. You know, fuck magical timing. Do what you gotta do. I mean, that's just what it is. But if you can plan, which you should do, you should plan. You should put thought into your magic. You shouldn't just be like, la 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 la, candle, burn the candle. There should be thought and time and energy put into the spell, because it also gives you time to think about how the outcomes what the results could be, how to specifically tailor and nip in the bud certain outcomes and whatnot. So I personally believe you should go through this lengthy process. Anyway, going on. So Aries energy is associated with purification, confrontation of obstacles, people, courage, new ventures, vitality, and male virility. Taurus is associated with abundance, fortitude, fertility, the plant, and earth magic, home, prosperity. Gemini is associated with communications, learning, mental pursuits, and short trips. Cancer is associated with home, protection, security, feminine fertility, children, and childbirth. Leo is associated with leadership, career, courage, recognition, creativity, and vitality. Virgo is associated with health, healing, job orientation, discernment, mental clarity, pets. Libra is associated with love, legal matters, peace, artistic endeavors, social situations, balance. Scorpio is power, sexuality, psychic pursuits, overcoming obstacles and fears, banishing, transformations. Sagittarius is travel, spiritual growth, knowledge, expansion, creative opportunities, good luck. Capricorn is foundation, self-control, financial stability, career success, public image, manifesting goals, binding and banishing. Aquarius is change, new opportunities, adventures, liberation, friendship, group work. Pisces, the last one, is creativity, emotional healing, spirituality, and psychic awareness. So, again, I hope this has been enlightening. I'm going to give you guys some homework. I want you guys to do at least 2 days. So that's 1 daylight and 1 night time cycle. The Chaldean calendar. You guys can Google if you need a little bit more information on that. There's plenty of it out there. And yeah, that is the end of our witchcraft lesson. So that's it for tonight, guys. Sanate.